Hi, this is a new episode of Podcaststuffandsuch, and I had a rough idea what I want to talk about, but I'm not sure if it will hold fort for the whole episode. So maybe it's just a little bit of it and something else. But I had a thought. So I don't know how to start with it. So I just go in. When you buy used video games, there's several categories and what condition the product is, and there's also like a special mention, or sometimes it says, well, the game is in great condition, but the manual is not included, so the manual got lost along the way. And my thought was, if life has no manual and we don't have no manuals, who played me before? And did they have a manual? And it's not I'm not sure if it's a serious thought, but I thought it was a interesting and entertaining one. So I kind of thought on that. And then I thought about like, if you have a manual, then you know the rules of it. And because there's no manual, people make up their rules. And I don't know, maybe we would be better if we had a rule book for it, so people can make up their rules. And then I was thinking about game design, and in Dark Souls, I guess it's the first one, I'm not quite sure. There are two paths, one to the right or left, I'm not sure which direction it was, but one leads to a bridge where a giant dragon is. And it is, from a design point, it's so genius. Like, it is intended that you not can enter this area, so it's blocked by the dragon, who is so much stronger than you, and there's no chance you can kill him. So yeah, I saw some speedruns, but like that's not for my example. So you feel like you're in control and you chose, and just under not natural circumstances, you got blocked to continue this path. And the right way was all along the left way to the graveyard, I guess it was. And then I think, like, it's so genius on a game design level, but it sucks so much in life. It sucks so much to get burned by a dragon, which you never had a chance to encounter at that time, to conquer in that time. So you never had a chance to beat him. Never. And just because you took the right path, not the left path, you got burned. And then I would like to have like somebody who said, well, this area is not for you for now, but yeah. So, and I feel like this is kind of how life goes. Like, this is the thought I had. Like, is it that you feel like you're in control, but it's not? It's really just like intended how it should be. Like, the game is clearly intended that you go to the graveyard first, and the dragon is like their creative idea. So you don't feel the boundaries of the game that they don't want you to continue on, that path that they don't want you to continue on, but you don't feel it that way. Like, it's not the invisible wall thing, but it's basically the invisible wall, just with a created twist to it. And is life like that? Is it that you kind of feel like you're in control, but in the end, it's just like, it is already like designed how you will walk. And your thought to go to right or left, it's absolutely pointless, because you will end up on the left path anyway, even if you want to take the right path. That is like the thought that I had with that. And yeah, And then I was thinking about a time when a manual didn't do shit for me. So I had the game was, and that is like a tell how old I am. There was the Beyblade game for the Game Boy Advanced, and there was like a moment when I played it where I had the feeling, and I was using the main character Beyblade, and there was like in it's like a water dragoon something on along this ways. And when I played the game, there was like one time, and it is so difficult or so confusing for me if that really happened or it's never happened that way. But there was a time where I could see like a small tornado building up on the Beyblade, and I never did that ever again. I don't know how I did it. I tried to search in the internet for what I did there, but I didn't find it. I just have this memory that I saw that. And now's the kick. The manual didn't say anything about this. So the manual doesn't help you always. So maybe it would be exactly the same. Like, the funny thing about manuals in that time is that they had the most basic stuff explained to you in every detail, but the most difficult things that you want to know, they were never mentioned in the manual. And it was like, okay, now you're on your own, I guess. You know how to jump, right? Okay, so maybe it's like that. Maybe it doesn't matter if you have the manual or not. But I don't know. I see just that because we don't have a manual, everybody makes up their own rules. And yeah, it is like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes life is like in class when the teacher got out, left the room, and after a couple of seconds, the whole room became ultra loud because as a child you don't have the thought of maybe we wait a couple seconds when the teacher walks away a little bit more as far away. I just feel like sometimes it's like that. Maybe it would be better if we had someone who looks after us, but I don't know. Maybe it's in a way it's the pedagogic. I'm sorry, don't know the word for this in English. It's like the socializing aspect of school and is implemented to teach you what I don't know. And I feel like sometimes the world feels like that. Like maybe the teacher would be better because everything gets loud when somebody gets away for a couple of seconds. And yeah, that was kind of my train of thought. And so I don't know. I tried to end on something like a conclusion or message, but maybe it's just a ramble more or more just a brainstorming. And yeah, so it's really, I don't know. I find it so fascinating how old games work. Like they had the most basic shit explained to you, but the things that are really interesting and you kind of stumble on by accident, it's never mentioned. You kind of feel like, did I really did that? Did that really happen? And before the internet, you couldn't look up and somebody can you confirm, yeah, that's a possibility, of course, right? And just have like all these kind of false memories in your head and you're just never sure if it really happened. So take from that what you will. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and I see you in the next one. Bye.